allow the two children to have the budget.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Aha. Now you muna don't hear all these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want. Mayegun la wa mo do.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Mayegun today. While we worry about what to eat, while you worry about where your next meal is coming from, more and more Nigerians are falling into the traps of the Fulani terrorists and other terrorists. Last 48 hours, underreported.
And yes, you like. Oh, Baba, and yes, you like.
40 farmers and other people, over 50 people killed in Wase local government area of Plateau State 2 nights ago. As you are winding down to thiefnubu's 1 year illegitimate time in office, 20 Abuja residents were kidnapped. Also, 48 hours ago. Motide, good morning to you once again, and good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are joining me tonight. It is Mayegun Live. So from the reports we received from Plateau State, again, in particular, Wase local government area. And here is the name, okay? There is a community called Zurak community in Wase local government area of Plateau State. And on the, well, today is the 21st, 2 nights ago, their community got invaded by hundreds of Fulani terrorists who came in to destroy the community and kill as many people as possible. This community is reported to be an agrarian community where most of the residents are farmers, aged people. So they walked in, and this operation, according to the survivors, lasted for hours. And at the end of it all, over 50 people, which includes 40 farmers, were slaughtered in a country that is, battling economic, ruin. And yet, your farmers, it's not today, the Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, they don't farm. The Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, they are like, the force sent to attack the economic fabric or economic foundation of the indigenous people of Nigeria. And they have been doing that for the past 8 years unabated. Okay? We have seen Boko Haram slaughtered like thousands of farmers for disobeying their order. What's that order? There are areas in northern Nigeria today, the Nigeria government, the criminals in charge of Nigeria, they've ruled those places as ungoverned areas. Areas that if you are, those who are there, they were supposed to be Nigerians, but they are not, because they are now under the rulership and command of these terrorists in so many parts of this contraption. 40 farmers slaughtered, over 50 people killed in Plateau State. Just 5 months ago, they were there where they killed over 500 people, starting from the eve of Christmas to New Year. Mangu, Bakenladi, and so many other places that are falling to the bullet of these terrorists, unchallenged. And in most instances, right, you will see all the guys in charge, politicians, they will be mouthing peace. by trying to make peace with these murderers, and no single person has been actually charged for any of these crimes, except for the time we hear about the prison breaks. Most of you will never know that indeed there are actually few of these notorious criminals who have been, arrested but never tried. People are being killed, but the politicians continue to give themselves a pat on the back and clapping for themselves. Oh, we are doing a great job. A month ago, one of the Zamfara terrorists made this video. Sorry if you don't understand the language, but what he is practically saying is, despite the effort of the Nigerian army bombarding them, that's what he said in the video. He said they have been bombarding them, they have been, dropping bomb on them, but it has barely scratched anything on them. Rather, it's made them stronger, right? And they could go on on the road and kidnap as much as they want with no hindrance. And that's what will take us to what happened in Abuja less than 48 hours ago. Another community invaded Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, Gwanripa area. We'll come back to that. But listen to this.
Kwana biyu ya jama'a ya yau din. To kwana biyu mutanen Najeriya to ya ake ciki mutanen Najeriya mun ba haɗewa yanzu kan. To ya ake ciki ya ku sojojin Najeriya abinda za ku yi fa kariya kuke yi ba za ku iya ba. Da iznillahi ta'ala wai ku ya an kai ku sojoji na ku kamare wai ku abinda nake so da ku wai in gane wai ku rena mun ihun kai koko da yan iska mun ka doke mu. Wai kawai anytime yanzu na ji ana cewa kun ce kamfanin nan za ku da ku kwanta ku jira mu isko ku. To da yarda Allah kawai ku kwanta nan in Allah ya raku kuma za ku haɗu da mu. Ga kuma komi ga hankalin ku ya tashi da iznillahi ta'ala je ba mun isko ku ba. Nan je mun ka isko ku nan bisa titi da mun karada dai ku ta ina hun ka shige ba cikin garin ku kamare kun ka shige ba to don Allah don annabi wannan abu da kuke yi ba gaskiya bane kuma daga nan kuma ba abun da mun kai ba fasa shi mun kai ba mun ka wuce can yammacin nan can wajen dan ba da can da yamma mun ka zo can mun ka tara titi mun ka kama mutane mun ka ciwo uban yan banganan na can yamma wanda ka zama gidanta ba to da Allah da annabi da mu da baka isko mu can ba duk abun da muke bida mu dai bida ku ne muke yi yanzu wai anytime wai ba wani abu muke yi ba kuma da idnillahi ta'ala in Allah da ƙarya kuke yi abinda za ku yi fa ba za ku iya shi ba sai in Allah ya yarda fa mu kuma mun riga mun yarda da Allah mun yarda da kowa da kowa ku kuma jahilan banza ba ku yarda da Allah ba kawai duk abin da ga dama shine kuke don Allah don annabi tuwan abu in ma ba ku iya gyara shi don Allah don annabi ku bacci amana talakoki don Allah don annabi lawan dare ya tsaya saita da mu don Allah don annabi mu gyara mu bacci amana kwakan ga wanga abu da muka ko mu ma mun san ba daidai bane muke kawai dai muna da abin da ne rayuwar mu ke so don Allah don annabi dai don Allah a tsaya a gyara wanga abu in dai shi gyara ya fi komi amma ka ci haka da ƙarfi aka tunanin a hana mai abu ƙarfi bai hana mai abu kuma don Allah don annabi kuma ku tsaya ku nazari ho ku azawa ga ku doke ni jahili fa ba jahili bane nan da kuke gani nan abin da zan faɗa muku nan da azumi na ba komi ba amma kun zo can morada kun zaka morada dai ku to kuma mun koma can mun tara wasu yan banga suna na wasu lababo su isko mu to ta za su isko mu tunda ba cewa an ka ba yan yara ne mu ko yan jarirai ne wanda adda tsoro ba tsoro gari mu ba duk abin da mun ka shaniya hoshi za mu don Allah kuma kawai ku tsaya da duk dai wanda yake son zaman lafiya a tsaya a kuma a gyara don Allah don annabi wanga abubuwa da aka yi kwana biyu ya jama'a ya yau din.
Do you understand? Do Allah, do Anobi. By the grace of Allah and the prophet, we can never be killed. We can never outpowered. We will always go out there and kidnap as much as we want because we are guided by the power of Allah and the prophets. So you can continue to bomb us up, think you are bombing us, sort of. Then the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, got invaded 2 nights ago. From the report, it happened on Sunday night. Okay. However, here is those who escaped from being kidnapped and those who got rescued when according to them, okay, these are the eyewitnesses to the kidnapping that took place in Abuja. Even if you are pretending everything is all right, no, it's not. Not even in Abuja. And this is going to be the second one in 2024. Remember that family, those two families kidnapped inside their homes in Abuja, those civil servants, and they killed two girls from the two families before they released others. After ransom was paid inside that Abuja, there has been so many. I'm just talking about the top two. Here are those who survived the ones 2 days ago.
740 something, 30 something. Now I can't say, which person get black cow here? Wait, be say cow they complain like this. Okay. I can't see that. That's what I face. Small time I can't see like say people they come. Now I can't ask these people say you get Islamic school here. Because when they come put that thing, I can't discover say whether na women they come. When they come and start here, I can't see say whether na banger where they give them, then they climb and they check, they supervise. But I can't see they go away them they different. I say no. In the security of Nigeria, they cannot dress like this and they cannot wear this. I can't see they wear masks. They're plenty. They're plenty. They reach 20. They are coming with on 2 lines. Some girls they plot. Now I can't tell them say me I won't go shit. I come on, I say I won't go that place. Now I dodge. Enter inside, go call this boy. A small time that girl wait the plot. Now you come hold up. Push them inside.
Me and the Megad with his sister and one girl for the house. So around 7:30 they just came in. They see 4 of us there. They now also to lie, and that was when they start tied us. They tied us. So that's when they started bringing people around to the house. The first place they dropped is the house. So they were 8. After them, 3 of them were in guard. Then the other one move around again. This is the DSS camp. There was a DSS camp in that Usman Dam. Yes. According to them, they said they were having wrong information because they say there was a minister along this road. So they came for the minister. So cutting us was a wrong information. That was what they said.
What point the DSS
are opposing that DSS camp?
Okay, you have been to Ushafa, the DSS camp?
Yes.
Okay. They didn't know that it's DSS
They didn't
camp.
know there were strange, so they didn't know that there was camp. And the DSS noticed their zigina. They noticed their light when they are coming from far.
Okay.
So they were on the ground. Yeah. So when they waited, that time 22 they were waiting. So they don't know that something is happening. No. They even hang their gun facing back like this. They were walking. So when the DSS see them, they are not coming. Then they wanted to move forward more. At the process of moving for them too, they wanted to adjust more. That was when they both of them meet each other. But they are the first people that saw the DSS. Okay. So when they saw the DSS, the first person at the front that saw the DSS, when he see, he run back. Okay. They will now position down and start shooting. I guess the gun touched 2 of the DSS, one here and one here. The first shot that they shot before the DSS throw gun at them. When they were shooting, they asked us to lie down. So for that lying down, that was when some of us began to be able to throw and go and hide ourselves inside one big bush like this. So later the army come. When immediately when the DSS started, then the army back. So when they are running, some of us began to look for somewhere to hide, and we are taking some of them along. They were scared them. Let's go. So some of them were following. That was when 3 of us be able to escape immediately with army. Then other 2 get later follow back. When they look for the way, they now later arrive in the camp. So that was when we were almost 5. That is. We are approximately 12 because we are like 8 girls and 4 boys.
Okay. So they released 5 people. Okay, where is the 5th person?
He's still with the DSS.
Why?
I don't know. It's because it is army that took us to their own camp. At the Buhari side.
The Buhari.
So the DSS were not happy with army intervention because they were the
army that brought you here.
Yes.
Okay.
So they were like the one that they first attack people, and people who came and be claiming victory over them. So
we don't go far. Now they ask us to stay. So we now sit down, we now start with the speak their language
Language. Do you hear
to
the
each other. Something shared. Something general like this. After they finish with their language, they now come back to us and asking us, where is the house of general? That house that they enter, is it a house of general? Because no, it's not house of general. And they now call the name of the general. Me, I can't remember, but the girl that she's with their DSS now, when she come back, she will remember the name of the general where they call. Now we can say the man is not here. He's in. Say it's general that they come for general. Say they will come back.
They said they will come back.
They say they will
wait,
come back.
We are ready
Say
for them.
either they will pick the general children or they will pick himself and your wife. Say we are wrong people. It's like they don't even know road sef. If they are going, they will not stop.
They will
If
not
they
make
see,
up.
yeah, no, they will not make up. They will just stand and be talking with themselves with language, Fulani. All of them, they are Fulani. They will be speaking their language, speaking. When they speak, one go say no, make them follow like this. One go say no, let's go like this. And three day front is that three that they will say, okay, let's move. Oh yeah. I say they do us like how. I say we go there. Just follow them. You where you dey back, na flock, they carry cane.
To beat
You where you know she waka. Get one girl when she was fainting, she can't. They say if she no stand up, they will just shoot her there.
7:40 sometimes.
Yesterday's survivors, they are today's victims. Today's survivors, they are potential tomorrow's victims. All of us, we are victims waiting to happen. A disaster lurking around in the name of one Nigeria. Anyway, those were those who managed to escape due to the intervention of the DSS and the army. And this intervention didn't really save all of them. They still took 20 people away. However, they didn't come to kidnap the people. So the Fulani terrorists who came into that community, and the community, I think the African Wahala is asking, what is that community? Is that in Gwanripa? Where is Dawaki? Dawaki is, is in Gwanripa. Or is it not? It is. So yes, that was the Dawaki community. And here is morning after. So yeah, before I play you that, by the way, they came to kidnap a general or a minister, but they were not sure where is the general's house, where was the house, or, but in a jihadi form, okay? They said they were able to, they were walking in like lines, on this both side of the road, and they were picking everybody that came across them. Yeah, it's the morning after.
Yes, good morning, Nigerians. This is Dawaki Rockhaven Estate, where the incident happened. Today is 21st of May, 2024. So this is the entry point where those people came in, and the community is taking charge to bring in gates and security to the place. You can see, we thank the military, the DSS and the police that involved in the rescue of some of our people, and we still have many of them there. The report yesterday is very, very misleading, and many people are still there till now. They have not communicated with us. So from this report, I will enter each house that they pick everybody, so that you people can see that people are still with them. Yeah, this is the one of the building that they enter. I don't want to show the face of some of the people for security purpose. Please, my people, how many people were kidnapped in this place?
So in one house, they took 12 people. Okay. And in other places, they took 2, 1, 2, 1. And right now, at least 20 people were successfully taken into their forests inside that same Abuja. Yeah. And like I said, nobody is safe. I don't know if you have any sense of safety that makes you think somehow, you will only be hearing this and it will never affect you. And you know how the Nigeria problem is interconnected. Even if you are living abroad, you can receive that phone call. Yeah, that phone call that will tell you it has happened though. And then you'll be asking yourself, well, it is Abuja now. How can that happen in Abuja? Because you have been hearing that this is happening. Not just in Abuja, it has happened in Abuja and it continues to happen in Abuja, right? But somehow you believe it will never happen to you, right? Or because you live abroad. So you can be a patriotic Nigerian living abroad, lying to yourself, okay? That you love Nigeria. It will touch you. It will touch all of us. It is touching us. It's just that at a different level and different grade. You put it that way. It is. And some guys came together to demand then for the removal of former governor of Jigawa, Badru, who is now the Minister of Defense. I have one here. Those are the pensioners protesting though, right? But here is something. I'm going to come back to the insecurity part too. But let's go to the economic part, right? thiefnubu's illegitimate government or regime is going to be a year in the next few days. And somehow, a lot of his ass leakers, the voluntary slaves, they have been scrambling left, right, and center to look for something, just anything, to cling on to and say, well, he's managed to do this. He's managed to do a lot. And yes, a lot of damages and destruction. But what has made it so impossible for him to attract anyone to bring investment to Nigeria and possibly create jobs? What? Many. In these charts, monitored on Arise News, I want to share their views with you before I add mine. Please.
Attitude to work, attitude to everything, to bring in foreign direct investment. You see, when you go outside and you talk to foreign investors, maybe you talk to presidents or whoever, as soon as you leave the room, they will sit down to have their own meeting. That's how investment works. It's like applying for a bank loan. As soon as you walk out of the door, the credit committee will sit down to have their own meeting. As business application, what do you gentlemen think? What is his balance sheet here? Does he have, how much does he deposit in this bank in the first place? If my deposits in the bank is almost at sub-zero and Bosin is here to ask for $1 billion, $1 billion, they're going to say, he doesn't even have deposit here to start with very well. What are his business? They're going to start scrutinizing your credit application, loan application in your absence. So as soon as Mr. President leaves with his entourage, those countries will sit down with their presidents and the private sector to review Nigeria in our absence. So what they think about us, the assessments in our absence is what matters, not what goes on television. So the decision is not made through those handshakes. Decisions are made after those handshakes to say what is the reality, what are the realities on ground in Nigeria. Mr. President of that country, his minister, they've spoken, we've heard them. Now what do you decide? It's like looking for a wife. Now you guys are the bachelors, whatever. The first thing is that you come, you bring palm wine or whatever. I'm not going there. I just okay. I'll take that back. But again, the decision is made to either give you the girl or not after the suitor's family had left. What do you think?
Discussing marriage.
Economic issues.
You know the in-house.
Because budget has to be involved in planning marriage as well.
The bachelors in-house.
I'm talking about. But I'm trying to link
the
it.
population.
Yeah, I'm talking about the budgeting process now.
Oh, okay.
Because they'll talk about the
bachelor.
foreign direct inflow. Okay. What is the budgeting? What's the revenue of the prospective suitor? What is his balance sheet? You remember that pension fund that said, the father-in-law says, do you have a pension account? And the gentleman was looking like, I don't know what it is. When you have a pension account, come back and hear from my daughter. That is how investment works. So we want investment, you have to be suitable as a suitor. So is Nigeria a suitable destination for investment? We have opportunities. Now you find why investors, if you call an MDA, a minister, or the CEO of a DG, and it's not available for a day or for a week, that investor is not going to wait forever. Remember, every dollar that every investor wants to put anywhere in the world has a competition. So don't take yourselves too seriously. Take what you admit too seriously. We tend to take ourselves too seriously in this country rather than take what we are doing so serious. We believe that we are serious, right? But again, are we doing things seriously? That is where the difference is. So that dollar is waiting. If you take 1 week out of 53 weeks in 2024, you are left with 52 weeks. That investor is not going to lose 1 week because that money is not even his own. Maybe it's a pension fund from Chicago, from wherever, and they are waiting for returns on their own investment. So every dollar we are asking for, either from India, from China, from everywhere, is competing with another dollar from another country, from another region in the world.
Listen, because you said a lot, and the truth is, it now makes sense why photo ops in Saudi, deals announced months after.
That's a reception.
Photo ops with Olaf Scholz, deals announced. So, I want Nigeria to succeed. What are the things we can do that when these investors will talk about Nigeria at the back of President Tinubu, they will talk about us favorably? Because there was a time that they used to talk about us for 8 years ago, 2015 here. Most of the FDAs into Africa flowed to Nigeria. But today...
That's our political capital.
But today, when people are talking about investment, in the oil sector, we call ourselves a giant of Africa and oil, but they are investing more in the oil sector in countries like Egypt that we will not tout.
Angola.
Yeah, and Angola.
Senegal,
not tout
Sierra
without
Leone.
capacity. Sierra Leone.
Yes, DR Congo.
Than us. Look at even Liberia. Look at Rio.
Yes.
The mining giant coming. So how would they talk about us and say, okay, this makes sense? Because if you say 200 million population, the first thing is, as we speak today, what's the purchasing power of that 200 million population?
Rufa, it's very simple. Tanzania just announced that their total investment deals done in 2024 was $20 billion.
Deals completed?
Yes, in 2024. Not announced. Was
Completed.
around $20 billion. President Samia Suluhu just sacked the entire board of the country's electricity company a few days to Christmas because she said, I'm tired of these power outages. She sacked the entire board. You can't mess with Madam President in Tanzania. Hold on a second. That's not over yet. If you look at the island of Zanzibar just next door, which was part of it, look at how investment flows is going there. South Africa had one of this worst year in terms of electricity outages in 2023. By the end of third quarter, September last year, South Africa has posted about $22 billion FDI into the country, even though they suffered two major economic downside. First, electricity up to level 8 outages by Eskom, and second, Transnet, which is the logistics company. The shipyards in South Africa and Durban everywhere was failed. The national rail line was in trouble. Despite that, foreign direct investments flew into South Africa between July and September last year up to the tune of about 20-something billion. Well, now, what does that tell you? That despite the fact that we have the same electricity problem in Nigeria, such investment flows was not coming here. Despite the problem of electricity in South Africa, some of the automakers in the world were still increasing their factory portfolio and production in South Africa, because South Africa lost its industrial #1 position in Africa to Egypt just about a year or two ago. And they're very sore about it. They are very unhappy. They want to get that title back as the industrial hub of the continent. Now, so when something is missing here, in which South Africa has a major power outages. I've tried to interview sometimes one of our correspondents in South Africa at my show at 7 p.m. and he says, I don't have electricity. I've had to talk to some investment executive chairman of company and say, oh, please hold on, I have to put on my generator to do it. In South Africa, yet investors were flowing in because they are doing massively. What did President Ramaphosa say? Look, he liberalized the whole thing. If you're doing 100 megawatts and below, it's free entry, free exit. I don't want to sign any paper. Just go bring it on. He brought in a new minister last year of electricity. Now you have a minister of power, but he brought in another minister that his job is to ensure that there is power 24/7 and give that new minister of electricity a one-page, one-line mandate.
But it's not worked.
But hold on a second, he's attracting investment in. So they are using the opportunity of the problem with ESCOM to bring in new alternative sources of energy, and that's why investors are coming in. Look, ESCOM is that old utility like NEPA, but we want to do solar. So you come in, right, with your own $2 billion, right? Because you want to provide that. Professor here comes in, doctor comes in here and says, I want to do $2 billion in another form of renewable. But because the environment is opened up, so we need to open up our electricity. Look at the TCN, for example, when we look at the energy. These are TCN, if we need to allow people to come in very quickly. The FDB wanted to help us a few years ago, I think under Buhari's administration. They brought in someone from EFDB to help us head the transmission company of Nigeria. He didn't last. So we need to open up. When we say you are open for business, and I used this illustration yesterday, an Igbo man, when he says he's open for business, he's not just opening the doors of the shop. He is there, sitting down there. He is chasing customers.
Okay, boss. Well, some clarification. When you were using the example.
So you cannot lie your way, okay, out of economic doom that you are superintending or the ones you are supervising. I brought back that video just to answer the question of why are the investors not coming to Nigeria? It is by them coming that you can now say, oh, you have a FDI, foreign direct investments, not cheap money that are mostly stolen at the end of the day, cheap money for cheap loan, and then make it disappear with no effect on your economy. The ones that they are trying to make themselves feel better, that they are doing anything better. You have to be there. You do not have to actually go everywhere to ask people to come to you. You must show that you are open for business. But these ones are opened for a different business. And it is a business of looting, stealing, what corruption cannot do. That's what they say, what corruption cannot do doesn't exist. Right? So again, I do apologize for this kind of screen read or so. So I am going to possibly try something else to see if I could get it anyhow better for us. But bear with me. I am dealing with, Anyway, there is one of the lies told by thiefnubu and his crew. And that lie was that they have secured a $6 billion investment in power, which now ended up to be a white, or should I say a lie. So thiefnubu and his gang, they made an announcement in one of all the lies they've told you in the last 1 year. The lies about them having a $6 billion investment from Totalenergy. Now, they came out later to say, no, we did not sign any deal with Nigeria. But for us to know that they actually have deals with supposedly responsible government. So they signed this $6 billion with another country instead, Angola. Now, Angola, which is also the oil-producing country in Africa, okay? According to the CEO of the Totalenergy, they said Nigeria's inconsistency in policy formulation. Listen, they said, Poyen, who spoke with panelists of the African CEO in Kigali in Rwanda, said the inconsistency in policy-making decision led to the diversion of the project from Nigeria to Angola, a country with a more stable policy framework. Now, when you are praying for thiefnubu to succeed, what you should possibly be asking yourself is, what kind of characters is thiefnubu surrounded himself with? What type of characters? Is he characters like the Adebayo, Peculiar Mercy, Benkelemes? You cannot lie your way out of economic doom. Listen to Minister of Darkness of Nigeria briefly.
Or non-funding of subsidies from government. The last time I spoke about this, I put the generating company's debt at 1.3 trillion, and that's the gas supply legacy debt at about $1.3 billion. There is no sector that will survive with such each debt. So it's something that must be resolved before the sector stabilizes. We all know what we experienced in February and some part of March, when generation was down. Almost the entire country was in blackout, and people were complaining here and there, until we took steps to make sure we are resolving this issue, and we have improvement in supply to help people down. The resolution of the sector obligations with presidential approval to defray legacy debts to gas companies, to allow efficient gas supply for the sector going forward, and with payment mechanism to address generating companies' debts to ensure necessary maintenance are resolved and evacuation capacity optimized. Mr. President has approved that these debts will commence the pay down of the debts, both the gas debt and the generating company's debt. I think Mr. President also deserves a round of applause for granting us this the direct cash payments, maybe future royalties for gas, and probably promissory notes for the unpaid portion. Then the upgrade and expansion of infrastructure, which is also a major issue that the industry has. Infrastructure development with additional 463 megawatts transmission evacuation capacity added to the grid through the ongoing Presidential Power Initiative. This is all we know as a Siemens project. On resumption of Mr. President, we decided that we must continue with this project that started under the last administration. They slowed down due to COVID and some other reasons. And in December 2023, together with the Chancellor of the Republic of Germany, Mr. President, they both signed an acceleration agreement that will ensure that we move on at a faster speed to implement this Presidential Power Initiative. And we have seen the impact of this. The pilot stage is almost concluded. The pilot stage involved importation of 10 power transformers and importation of 10 mobile substations. All of them have arrived in the country. And installation and commissioning have begun. So the little improvement we are witnessing today is not by accident. It's by sheer hard work and determination. And we have seen the impact of that in our power supply. We can only improve on that. This was made possible through the signing of an accelerated performance agreement in December 2023, supervised by Mr. President President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Chairman Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Additionally, the government has put in place required framework to achieve an injection of 3.5 million meters into the power sector, 1.5 million meters through the World Bank Distribution Support Recovery Program, DSREP, and 2 million meters through the Presidential Metering Initiative. To ensure that there is an end to estimated billing and to achieve metering of majority of our consumers, power consumers, Mr. President formed the Presidential Metering Council to oversee the Presidential Metering Initiative, so that in the next 4 to 5 years, we are going to wipe out, completely eliminate the metering gap that we have today, that is put at over 7 million meters. And I'm actually privileged to be the chairman of this council, while Mrs. Olufik Benjamin, the SC Energy to Mr. President, is the secretary to this council. Beyond infrastructure, even still on infrastructure, when we came in, I mentioned that there were a lot and lot of uncompleted projects by the transmission company of Nigeria, on which the country has spent hundreds of billions of naira. But we have not seen the impact of this project because they were not completed. We have over 100 projects going on in transmission company of Nigeria. About over
nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
No doubt. See, I have changed the connection, and I hope it's a bit better now. It's not blurry, no? Right. Let's proceed. That is Nigeria's Minister of Darkness. And remember, they have just approved for him $500 million. So that $500 million alone, so that thiefnubu's government can buy meters, electricity meters for you. You know that? Good. So it is these policy inconsistencies and lies. Like, you know, you lie. When people lie and they begin to believe their own lie, that is dangerous. You lie to deceive people, not to deceive yourself. But in a situation whereby the modus operandi is just to lie, and it's like their normal thing, it's more or less like the state policy, the government policy. Investors won't come to such place. You are never going to get electricity with these guys for the next 100 years. You won't. But writing speeches and telling you what they want to do, what they would have done. If others have done it, they wouldn't have to come and do it. But now they just have to do it, so give them time. 1 year of Shege, 7 more to go. No real investment in 1 year. And it is all promises cancelled. Well, a broke country, put it that way, a country that is bedeviled with scavengers, scroungers, pickpockets, taxmen, agbero, tax collectors, people who don't create wealth, they only take it, snatch it or take it and run with it, kind of. Economic voodoo that they have been practicing on you for 8 years, continue now for the 9th year. But the same criminals are telling some of those who are too dull to see through the lies about student loan. Do you know that the student loan story is back again? And there are already willing mugus that are going to make the con job more perfect. thiefnubu's government, they have finally released a link where you can sign up for student loan. Okay? And according to them, it is going to be first come, first serve. And they put that officially, they call it, it's going to be phases. That is, some of you will be given money. Many of you won't be given a dime. And that's what you call con job. Because they will come out tomorrow and say, did people get money from student loan? Yes, I got money. I got it. I got it. So great. How many people got money from the student loan? That is where the con job becomes more corny, because the number will be doled out by the criminals. thiefnubu and his gang. Why the money goes into private pocket if there is any? But you see, you have people who are comfortable spending 90 billion naira on people to go and pray in Mecca. And they call it a subsidizing Mecca Hajj. Or the same people only have just a 5 billion or 5.5 billion naira for more than 7 million students. And you kind of want to believe the fraud. I will be here, I promise you. The people that want to do student loan but can't really pay, the lecturers. What does that tell you? A con job. ASU came out a few days ago to say, it will like say thiefnubu don't scam them. What he promised them is not happening. And right now, they will give him till the end of this month. And they will shut down again. So you see the con job. We can't pay you, ASU is on strike. In fact, ASU caused the reason why we have not paid some of you for student loan. Can you see the con job? Or you just want to remain optimistic? Oh, Mayego, you are too pessimistic. Let us be positive. I know that feeling and I know that spirit. It is the spirit of the mumu in you. Let's just give them a benefit of the doubt. Because of that, you can't see the con job. Or you're going to come back to me in the next few months. Mayego, can you believe that? Say, well, I told you, but I seem to be the one with the bad belly. It's all scam. They can't pay the lecturers. They can't pay the teachers. They can't pay the workers in Nigeria, what some of them call the living wage. Currently, they are talking about minimum wage. In Nigeria, the minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000 naira. However, there are many deductions, and just probably about 10 or 15 states out of 36 states pays that. Do you know that? More than 20 states in Nigeria have never paid their minimum wage, including those that seem to have money. They continue to pay 20,000, 18,000. In Borno State, there were teachers, there were workers, they were being paid 7,000 naira a month. That's the minimum wage of Borno State inside Nigeria. So it's so imbalanced. It is so terrible, so imbalanced that with the economic reality, the toothless bulldog, NLC, TUC, and all of the UCCCC cons like that, right? They continue to make their demand known to me, maybe to you, but they couldn't really push it. They are asking for a minimum wage of 615 or 620,000 naira. Should be the minimum anybody earns in Nigeria based on the current economic reality. But thiefnubu and his gang, they are offering them now 54,000. Now slow it back and roll it back a bit. If 70% of your states in Nigeria have chosen never to pay the minimum wage of 30,000 naira, and they are still owing people months and years of unpaid salaries, pension, and others under the 30,000 arrangement. And 30,000 naira is $20, isn't it? Yeah, $20 is even being generous. It's probably about $17. How much is that in pounds? 30,000 naira should just be somewhere around 12 pounds or 13 pounds a month. They are not paying it, only few are paying it. So thiefnubu is now offering them 54,000 as the minimum wage. And 54,000 is like $30. As $30. So that was something like that's going to be like substantial, yeah. Now see how economic jihadists have destroyed Nigeria. Okay, listen to this. So, when the Nigeria minimum wage was 30,000 naira, right? Back then, that was like 100. Let me see. 100. So 30,000 naira was like, let's see, about $70-80. Or is it more than that? 300 naira. Okay, now I get it. Before these criminals came in, right? 30,000 naira was like $200. Okay. Now, 30,000 naira today is less than $20. So I want you to breathe in and breathe out. And hear what I said again. Before APC, Egbekegbe came in, 30,000 naira minimum wage was over $200. 8 years after that, 30,000 naira is less than $20. That is what they have done to you. And that is why you could buy with your 30,000 naira 8 years ago. You could buy a bag of rice, 7,500 naira. You could buy a liter of petrol for 87 naira. You could, pay your rent of, let's say, 5,000 naira a month. You could possibly even do some doremi, moderately. Take yourself out within that money too. And also send money to the loved ones. You are poor, but you could still be able to afford some basic things. Imagine then when people were earning 30,000, 40,000. There were no online almajiri like this. Yeah, people were kind of contented. They were poor, no doubt. They wanted better, they wanted more. APC then came on to say, we could give you better. Baba, we could give you better. That was what APC promised them. Then they stole everything from them. Everything. 8 years after that, you have become more wretched. that even if they offer you 54,000 naira a month minimum wage, it is still also never or ever going to have the value of what you had 9 years ago. They are not ashamed of it too. I have a video I want to share with you. I don't know where I kind of mix it up. Okay, it was supposed to be on the line before I continue, but I'll use this January video of the Abuja kidnapping that people had to pay over 100 million naira ransom. And then, you know, fast forward to what happened yesterday in that same Abuja. Just a reminder, I'm coming back with the video to continue what I'm saying.
Make this one to where they release you on bar. Yes, they shake your feet. You see them on the land. You don't shoot two. You don't shoot two. The thing goes. And as you shoot.
Harissa, his daughter, and this man, his niece.
They are still there.
No, they killed them.
Killed them.
Yes, killed them.
The barrister owns this house.
No, the barrister is the tenant there.
Yes.
In this house. So this other one too was the owner of the house, but his own 2 children, his own blood children that he has, and his niece, but the niece, they killed the niece too. Try the phone, then I'm busy to call. Now wait before we inform the police and others.
Have they been rescued since then?
No, the guy now, they've convinced the guy already. They called they should bring 100 million. I asked them, where can I get 100 million from? So before we say they now sent a call that we should go and take our dead body.
They have killed him?
Yes, they have killed the boy. Remaining the girl there. Stabbed him. So we were just even trying to prepare for the burial of the boy now to go take him to his village. Push back toilet. Yes.
We can come back to that if we still have time tonight. So those who were earning 30,000 were told they deserved better. A liter of petrol at 87 naira was a rip-off. Paying 200 billion naira a year on subsidy was a total rip-off. Buying food, buying a bag of rice for 7,500 naira was a rip-off. Jonathan removed subsidy. Then they called these poor people out to reject it. And 9 years after, they are now laughing at what they did to you that brought you here. Have you seen this video?
What President Jonathan is doing, which 10 or so years after, all the political parties in this country agreed with. They even put it in their manifesto. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. We in ACN at the time in 2012, we know the truth, sir, but it is all politics. And that is
now they're laughing at you. We know the truth. All of us in 2012. They're laughing at you. And some of you, the beribeism in you, the beriberism in you is still in you. Your education is a course. You are so good in helping these rogues explain their dubious, destructive policies that only serves them, and they could play it on you anytime as they're willing to. But now, you don't even have anywhere to run to or anybody to cry to say, what about the time? Where is a so person now? Where is that so person now? Baba, you are on your own. Whether you believed them then or you didn't. Whatever they did in 2012, they will do it again and again and again, all to keep you in your chains. So now the Nigeria economy is in the gutters, and there is no sign of it coming out, no sign. The way Nigeria is going down, Baba, is going down so deep and deep, it will soon discover crude oil. That's how bad it's going to get. And when you begin to use the number to actually compare this, okay, you will understand where I am coming from. So minimum wage now can no longer help the workers to wage the war on hunger. They are all hungry. Under APC, people will get job. They beg for money. People who have jobs, they are beggars. Those who can beg, they sell their body. When you go to Lagos now, or Abuja, you will now see male olosho. Maybe you think it's only women that usually do, hook up. The rest of that, there are male olosho now. Now, it's not like it is new, but it is that it is now called the side hustle. You carry Uber now. Uber man is going to text you, auntie, in case if you need narco, I the narco well, and I can do foreplay. I can give you happy hour. Apart from this Uber, where they do, they do hook up, man, or men. So a lot of you have all this identity of tomfoolery, where you want to make yourself feel like, since you can manage to survive or find your way within that destructive system, it doesn't matter. Those who are destroying it can continue. Abi? You are seeing people. I saw a video of a man who put it online that he was willing to sell his kidney. Why do you want to sell? And the man said, it is a waste to commit suicide. I can't take care of my children. Okay, I lost my job. I lost everything. And I don't want to lose my family. And I don't want to leave them. Like, it is selfish to commit suicide. Instead of committing suicide, I would rather sell one of my kidneys and raise my children. Can you imagine that kind of a thought process or level of destruction, that economic ruins or state of economic ruins that your country is in, where you have your citizens, right? Thinking to that extreme. It's not a normal thing. It is not normal. It can be there. So open your eyes to the reality. When you are being scammed, when you are being deceived, even if it is a direct one or indirect one, you are still a victim. Whether you are a direct one or indirect one, you are still a victim. So defending your criminal oppressors in the face of all of this barbarity, right, is something that we consider as a mental illness, a mental health problem. You can't hate those who don't really give a damn about you. So the NLC and the TUC guys, apart from the ASU guys, the ASU guys are the university lecturers, so the ones that they always use to rig elections. And let me tell you something, right? So those of you who are waiting for their 2027 elections, good luck. Good luck with that. I hope you know that out of the 36 INEC commissioners, 36 in charge of the entire country, there are those who are the returning officers. There are those who are going to clear the names of those who are going to work for INEC in every state. Do you know that 19 of them are members of APC, Egbekegbe? Do you know that? Or you don't know? No? You know? You do? Oh, and you still want to go get PVC, right? Good luck with that. Again. But going forward, the NLC, the TUC guys are now asking that it is totally unacceptable. It is a total bollock. That thiefnubu is saying they want to give them 54,000 minimum wage. 54,000 minimum wage. And with the way your economy is going, where your naira to dollar is still going to end up over 2,500 to 3,000 naira to a dollar. If you accept 54,000 from thiefnubu, you are only accepting your death sentence. Excuse me. That's what you're doing. And now they are worried. So one of them was with Rufai on their TV earlier, and he had this to say.
Thank you very much. It's my honor and privilege to be with you this morning.
Bless you, sir.
Yes. On the issue of 100,000, I'll say directly that it is totally unrealistic and unacceptable. And the figures speak for themselves. How much does a bag of rice go for now?
80,000 as I yesterday.
Let us even forget about the 20,000.
80,000 naira.
Did I hear you say
80,000. As I yesterday, yes.
80.
Yes, 80,000
naira. 80,000 naira.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that speaks to the matter. Rice is one of our staple food here in the country. But that is not all. The figures are manifestly clear. One, at the time we did 30,000, the inflation rate was 11.40%. At the moment, inflation is 33.7% and climbing. The exchange rate are given the fact that we are an import-dependent economy. The exchange rate is 1,600 naira to $1 and climbing. If you look at interest rates, the central bank has jacked up interest rates, per hour. If you look at the customs, within 3 months or so, customs jacked their rates how many times? So everything points to the fact that nothing is settled yet. There is a lot of instability in our economy as it is. But also take note of the fact that at the time we made the demand of 615,000, government had not jacked up the tariffs. Government has since jacked up energy tariff by 250%. Those who are going to pay that 250%, I assure you, they will pass on that cost to the prices of their products and services. But even before the effect of 250% begins to manifest, I'm sure you must have read in the papers about the complaints of Manufacturers Association. Their warehouses are full because there is no longer capacity to buy. And then secondly, prices are getting higher and higher. So what that means is that 100,000 will go to no issue. I do believe that 615,000 is modest enough, is well thought out, and government should do the needful. On the issue of tariff hike, the rules stipulate that before tariffs are jacked up, there should be a conversation with the critical stakeholders. Government never did that. It acted in violation of that rule. But beyond that, we are not talking about 5%, 10% price hike. We are talking about a whopping 250%. Where does that kind of thing happen? But in any case, at the 250% tariff addresses the question of symptoms. they are not addressing the fundamental issues. Why the successor entities in the electricity sector are finding it difficult to operate. That matter is not being addressed. At the last time that I did, at my last outing with you, I did say that the privatization of the energy sector was patently faulty, and that it has led to an unhappy marriage between the successor entities and the government. And the right appropriate thing to do will be to do a review of that process or a reversal. There is nothing to be ashamed of here, because we cannot go at this rate. You do 250%, now the next time it's going to be 500%, until you do 1,000%, and yet there is no destination in sight. So all we are saying is that we should revert to status quo ante, preceding the...
So that is what you call instability. In case if you don't understand what is called economic instability, it is the fact that traders, do not know what is going to happen tomorrow. Okay? That what you traded with today is not guaranteed that it is going to be the same tomorrow. And that simply means if you are losing money now, it means you're going to lose it tomorrow again. Because the same guys who are with their inconsistencies, they're going to mess up your money. They're going to mess up your business. They're going to destroy everything. And they're going to stay away like they've done nothing. Maybe it's just you. And I remember telling you, this is why a reasonable person will take their money to Nigeria. Nigeria is import-dependent country, no doubt. Every successive criminal government in the past have mouthed the effort to make sure that Nigeria doesn't import again. We must reduce import. We must, But they are the biggest importer, the criminal governments. They are those importing the German automobiles, Japanese cars, Korean electronics, technologies. They are the ones who wants to get all these things, and they need your forex to pay for them. And they mess up your entire country for it. The situation has gotten so bad that Nigeria has become so poor. Nigerians, they have become so poor that their number is now a burden. Very soon, you'll be seeing people flying to Nigeria to go and do charity, like they are going to Haiti, Somalia, or even Afghanistan to go and give money, or even Gaza. Yeah, very soon. A lot of you are going to wear your tie and suit to go and queue for your own meal where these guys are going. Because the point here is this. Nobody say Nigeria don't get food. Okay? There is food. But you don't have money to buy. A lot of you have no money to buy anything. Do you even understand what that means? I understand that some of you have money, and somehow, you can still access all these things, but you complain they are too expensive. Oh my God, it's too expensive. I know, but you are still buying them, right? Like Osita, we say. Man, they still sit every night. They still drink at different beer parlors, Mayegu. I don't understand these people. I say, well, in a criminal society, a lawless society like that, okay, people will do everything and anything just to get by. It's called survivors. So they make their money from anything and everything. That you are seeing them drinking beer. Every beer parlor, people sit there, they drink. You are talking about a beer parlor where one person is buying drinks for about 15 people or 20 people because he's the big man. Okay? And you will see everybody happy, smiling, dancing. These are people that cannot afford anything. Honestly speaking, some of them are watching me right now. And I'm talking about people who are living from hand to mouth. Like if living from hand to mouth is something you have been trying to understand in a while, well, Nigerians are living from hand to mouth. And in fact, some will even hit that hand. That's why if you are feeding people or if you are helping Nigerians who love their oppressors, okay, just make sure that your hand does not stay too long in their mouth. They will bite you. They will hit anything. They can't afford anything. Majority of Nigerians can't afford anything anymore. 200 million people, 250 million people. All this has become nonsense. It has become useless. Your 200 million mumu and the rest of it is only now probably just good for robbing you. Honestly, it's just for robbing you. They've made Nigerians so unproductive. They destroyed the education. They destroyed skill acquisition system. They have an army of uneducated, miseducated, poorly educated, unemployed, unemployable army of young people in Nigeria deliberately. Now you have them there. They are like Alimajiri. Majority of Nigerians right now, they are Alimajiri. Some of them, they still get ego. That you are helping me doesn't mean you have to talk to me anyhow. Say, I thought they said that the beggars have no choice. Even I say your Shege never enter you very well. That is why you are still like thinking you can give conditions. I mean, that you're helping somebody. Let us, let us all know that you are helping people today. Doesn't mean that tomorrow, they will not. It's a lie. Everybody madulushi last. Listen to me. If Nigeria don't happen to you, you don't enter the canal already. Now only what they say, prayer docents, only grace of God can now bring you out. And that you have every day, according to they said every day, tens of thousands of Nigerians are falling into poverty. By the end of 2030, more of you, if you are not careful with these guys, and you go carry your bow like your colleagues in the Sharia North. That are the majority that you are seeing that you will go big bara. When these guys are done with all of you, you don't get it, So their plan and their policies is to keep you poor, wretched. So there is nothing like that I don't have today. Doesn't mean that I won't have. Papa, you know, go get tomorrow. You have it's just like this. You have 1 million people, for example, fall into extreme poverty, lost everything. Then you have 10 people, or let me say you have 100. But let me even be generous. You have 1,000 out of that 1 million who finally found a new job or moved to another country or finally found somebody to help them and they are back on their feet. Papa, what happened to the remaining 999,000 who fell into poverty? They will remain there. Others will join them. Oh, you think say the joke? You think say I'm kind of playing with numbers here now. In 2015, they said that listen to this. In 2015, according to them, they said over 60 million Nigerians were living in poverty. But between 2015 and 2023, Baba, ladies and gentlemen, brethren, 157 million Nigerians are now living in not just poverty, multi-dimensional poverty. Some of you don't even understand what that poverty means. You have no electricity, you are poor. You have no access to healthcare, you are poor. You have no access to standard education, you are poor. You have no access to good roads, infrastructure, you are poor. You have no security to keep you safe, you are poor. Papa, a lot of you think if you have small money and you buy that your imported tokumbo, deeply used vehicles that you can use to brag in Nigeria, that suddenly takes you out of poverty. Or then you will go in and live in poverty and fish share your Yemiani, you are share yo. I better pass my neighbor. At least me, I get a generator. I don't have to worry about mosquitoes. I've got a window net, mosquito net. Oh, I don't have to worry about, downfall. I just got myself a new Golf. Very soon, next one now is going to be Benz. Now, next one is going to be this. And that is what a lot of you think. You've arrived. You are still living in that shit hole. You are wallowing in that poverty. And let me tell you something. No amount of money can buy you a class in poverty. When you have a system that keeps you there, and that's why I said the Nigerian elite, okay, they are the dirtiest elite in the world. Shameless of them. They love private jets. Any latest automobile in the world, the most expensive of them, you will see a copy of that in Nigeria. Somebody has the money to pay for it in Nigeria and bring it down to Nigeria so that they can show to others that they've arrived. So they are not angry with the ruling class, the politicians that are destroying the country, okay, impoverishing everybody. To them, they would rather buy access to have access to them so that they can have access to more money and they can stay afloat in that shit hole. They will be driving their Lamborghinis. So tell me about any elite in the world that is like those of elites in Nigeria. You call them elite. Fucking dirty people. Very dirty. And that all they have is money. Class, zero. Look at the country and say, I'm a billionaire from Nigeria. Come on, get the hell out of here. Billionaire from a shit hole. Oh, you must be so proud of yourself, right? So that's exactly what they are creating. They are creating the den of beggars. People get job. Imagine you having a job that you can't buy a bag of rice. What does that even tell you? Oh, I am a so and so. If you don't steal, I'm a director of so and so in the ministry of so and so. Baba, if you buy a bag of rice from your official salary, what do you think is left? Can you still pay for that your school? For that your children's school fees? No, you can't if you don't steal. That's what they do in Nigeria. So if you see them drinking a different beer parlor, it's either a Yahoo boy who just made some money, scam someone somewhere, is now declared, or somebody somewhere who probably have also made his own money somewhere too, is declaring surplus. And then you see the already impoverished people, the conquered people, they are there. Chairman, everybody way talk, say me anything happen to you, now them go die. Baba, you be man, oh. Mama, Baba, you be person, oh, Odogu. Every weekend, we know, say, if you come like this, our life done better on top Ennekins and trophy. You can't call that happy and people, we don't know where they are seeing the money. That's how people have been hanging on and be getting on. Others have been finding other means just to probably just stay afloat in a contraption that every day you are reminded. It's like this. The Nigeria that these guys are forcing on all of us, right? It's like something like this. And then this is us. So this is the Nigeria. Here. The Nigeria of APC. And then this is you, the one Nigerianist. So every time you wake up in the morning, so this one is going to be telling you, I am going to kill you. And then the stunned you, one Nigerianist, you're just going to, this Nigeria, I don't go kill person. Then he will answer, no, I'm going to kill you. I will kill you. And if you don't stop these criminals who have now turned this place against you, turned it into the weapon that is now considered as a weapon fashioned against you, Nigeria will kill you. If you don't kill this Nigeria. Start from your mind. Now, I was going to show you the flashback to that Abuja incident, right? I'm still going to show you. But here are those who currently are like the police pensioners. who are protesting in that same Abuja that their pensions have not been paid. Pay us our pension, we are dying. All we are saying, thank God those ones are not singing solidarity for. I kind of hate that song. Stop singing it. Solidarity for what? We are with you. That's why we are doing solidarity. Come on, get out of here. The African Wahala. That's very kind of you. Thank you. The Nigerian so-called elites are trash. They are filthy. They are absolutely disgusting, no doubt. They steal pensioners' money to pay their their kids' school fees. They steal money to buy cars on messed up roads. They are just messed up people. All they want to do is just take advantage of the rigged system, okay? And then they want to go and buy citizenship for their own families abroad, their children. They want to pay for the private schools for their children abroad. They want to pay for that, surgery, cosmetic surgery for their wives, so that they will continue to look radiating like, Yahoo billionaires. Nigeria banks don't give loans to ordinary folks. Seriously, the Nigeria economy is built, or should I say, is resting on the shoulders of these micro and macro economists. I mean, the economy. I'm talking about people who create a small space of business here, create small jobs here, jobs that, employment for 2, 3, 4, 5 people in their little establishment. These are those who run your economy. These are the victims of the failed government in your contraption. They are those who are going to pack up their businesses because they can no longer afford the new electricity tariff. They can no longer afford the new the new pump price for for petrol. They can no longer afford the cost of running their businesses anymore because rogues continue to increase the tariffs. That actually affects them directly. They continue to increase their own custom, increasing the tariff of import. Who do you think is going to bear the cost? Start from those small businesses, then those of you who are the end users. So all these things are folding up every now and then. But the Nigerian banks are declaring profits. Do you know that one of them just declared over $400 million a profit? Where did that come from? It all came from the charges of stealing from your bank account. Yeah, all those charges, all those levies. That's where they are making their profit from. Not because of how many businesses they actually gave the loan to. If you come to the UK and you go onto the HSBC website, for example, or Royal Bank of Scotland, okay, they will tell you how much money they gave in loan, how much loan they gave to housing. Businesses who are into building houses and all of that, they will tell you how much they gave them in 2023 and how many homes they helped those businesses build in the UK in the last 1 year. They will tell you how much. And they will tell you how much they make their profit, where they make their profit from. They will tell you how much money they give to small businesses, to ordinary pastry shop, where they make cake and all of that. You will see all these banks, they will tell you how much they give to those sectors, loans. If you go to any of these bigger banks in the UK, they will tell you how much loan they gave to every sector and how much they lost on this, how much they gained from that, and what is their total turnover and the profits. In Nigeria, they don't do that. No, they don't. You can't even afford to take their loans. And that's why a lot of people resorted into taking loans from loan sharks like Lapo, who are making a kill from the miserable poor people, poor women in Nigeria, poor illiterate women. Although they might say they are helping them, but they are ripping them off because the system allows it. A bank that gives no real loan to any business in Nigeria is declaring $700 million, $900 million profits. and you still don't understand what money laundering is and how economically effed up Nigeria is. You still don't get it. Now you have, what do you call it? You have a minimum wage that can no longer pay. Can't even buy you food. A take-home pay that cannot take you home. Think about that. Right? Now let's go back to that Abuja we were earlier. See those pensioners. There are going to be many more pensioners who are never going to get their money. A lot of you. And even if you do get the money, it's already trash. It will buy you nothing. It will buy you nothing. Okay? There are people who are like older people who have a serious and different kind of medical conditions, like health challenges, that Nigeria has no provision for them. There's no provision for those elderly people to access health care for free. Now, their pension is not accessible, and they have no access to health care. So Nigeria want them dead as soon as possible so that they can stop asking for their money. So messed up, isn't it? Now, for the insecurity in Abuja, you remember this guy? This one is protester for hire. You can pay the cash. Now, he's asking that Badaru, the Minister of Defense in Abuja, should go. He has failed them.
I think 24 hours ago, right? Yeah. 24 hours ago, 2 of my uncles were killed, my extended family members. My elder brother's wife, as I speak to you now, is in the hands of the kidnappers. They picked 69 persons. That's between Buhari, the boundary that crossed into, is just a stream that differentiates between Buhari and Kaduna. They have picked 69 persons as I speak to you. Secondly, even within us as we're seated here, when last did you hear anything new from the Ministry of Defense? I have interacted privately. I'm an associate journalist. It's part of my professional course. I do investigative journalism. I've associated with some of the men in the field, most of the military men in the field. They are not well taken care of. Their welfare. There is nothing new that have happened in the Ministry of Defense. There is no any signs of encouragement to even the field people. To add to that, I've had investigation with some of the people who have been asked to supply 1 or 2 in the Ministry of Defense for efficiency and more service delivery. I've been told of how some of these issues have been thwarted. And to me, it's sabotage. I think 24 hours ago, right? Yeah.
I didn't want to put that video up like nuisance Lele. It's not worth it. Okay? So he's asking, genuinely, we don't have Minister of Defense. People are being killed, kidnapped, and they are trying to make it look like it's all right. So if you speak out, they will say, Shena, now they start kidnapping people. Where were you when they were kidnapping people under Bokwari? Leave thiefnubu alone, let him walk. What exactly is thiefnubu's work? What exactly is he doing? Like something should be, oh dear, okay. That would be rhetorical questions for others to answer in this instance, okay? So I saw Kaduna Littlefinger, right? Just a day or so ago. And he was talking about the quota system of northern Nigeria that has made the rest of Nigeria believe that the north deserves to catch up, but they never catch up. I don't know why. I don't know if this is relevant to what we are saying tonight, but I just should share that with you since we are talking about Abuja, Kaduna. For some reason, would you listen?
Federal character created the cut-off scores for JAMB and so on. I am from the northern states. For the past 30 years, we've been called educational disadvantage. Okay? We are given lower cut-off scores to catch up. Have we caught up? It has only made people lazy. So, I'm sorry, madam. I'm sorry. I don't think we should hide behind fairness and say that everyone must be equal. The best we can do is to give people equal opportunity. Today, we live in a country in which, for federal government colleges, entrance exam, or JAMB, one state has a cutoff of X, and another state has a cutoff of 10 times X. And you say you are building a nation. You are not. You are creating bitterness from the grassroots. State federal character.
And it's already catching up. That's why I wanted to share that with you. So the quota system beneficiaries are now using Takia to make it look like it's not good. You need to give everybody equal opportunities and all of that. That's a murderer. That guy is a terrorist, just so you know. And some people from Kaduna, Garbala, if you're watching, see there. They said that the moment this terrorist is no longer their governor in Kaduna, there's actually been less terrorist attack on the people of southern Kaduna. It is not totally out, like compared to when El Rufaya was there, funding the terrorists and helping them to rename the communities where they have killed the people, chased them away, and occupy those places. Remember, the Fulani terrorists, they were not just killing people in southern Kaduna, they were actually taking over communities. And the governor of Kaduna, government of Kaduna, Kaduna Littlefinger, El Rufaya, was gazetting those communities, and they were renaming them and appointing emirs for them in the southern Kaduna, part of Kaduna State. And this has been debunked by them, but the victims themselves have kept the record of all of this. Maybe waiting for somebody to do something later. But yeah, they have observed. They said, have you noticed that there hasn't been too much consistent killings in southern Kaduna since El Rufaya was no longer in play? Well, I have reminded you now, begin to observe, okay? Somebody said it and it never left me. I have a throwback video, and somehow this video tells a lot of a story, and I will let you make up your own conclusion about it, okay? You have seen Wike lately, and there's so much changes in him. But some people said Wike was an house, a carnivorous animal that was groomed by the Jonathan's family to become what he is today, the monster that has now called out Jonathan's family, especially Patience Jonathan. Right, here is a flashback video where it is believed that in 2015, when it was obvious that Wike was never going to be the PDP governorship candidate, but Wike told them that he was the only person that could face Amechi, since Amechi has denigrated Jonathan and was at the camp of Bukwari at the time, plotting to remove Egbere Jonathan. So this was before the 2015 election, right? So here was Wike getting the final push from Peshe, which he now calls some useless leaders who want to be controlling him. That's why he called them now. He doesn't give a damn about Peshe anymore. But in this video, there's so many messages, right? Especially Wike's physical look. In 8 years, what happened to Wike? What happened to this Wike? Even though he's a thuggo, but what happened to this Wike?
8 years.
Mark on their side. Because it might be, had it been you did not drop the phone, you might not even get the opportunity today to go and contest for governorship. But you listen to me. I will advise you to go on with that spirit of listening to your elders, of also consulting. Because a child that listens to the mother and the father, the child progresses and the child goes well. So on behalf of the Nigerian women, especially the Rivers women, because I stand here to tell you I'm their mother. As a mother, I pray to God Almighty to guide you, protect you, lead you, and God will be with you. Amen. So today, I have sent you back to your people. I have handed you over to your people, Rivers people, and especially to our father that is here, who has mentored all of us, who has brought all of us. And we pray God Almighty to keep him alive, Amen. To reap the fruit of his reward. Amen. So to Wike, I hand you over to your father.
But I thank God that you are here. And all of us here are all working together. As you can see, this is the River State. This is the PDP. You are seeing as far as River State is concerned. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your moderate here. Let him know that all of us who are totally committed to him will not look back. And God will lead him to victory gone 2015. Showing that you are the mother of all. We appreciate you. No wonder our father and the president is doing well, because you are solidly behind me. And we thank you for that. We have succeeded in River State at PDP, and the successes we have attained, but major part of it is because you have been a solid pillar, standing. To appreciate the support you've given to us, but we want to assure you that we won't disappoint you. We won't disappoint your husband. PDP today is stronger in River State. The last time we saw PDP united in this manner was when our former governor was there. For the past 8 years, PDP has never been this strong in River State. Now you will find, on every occasion, you find the strong PDP men all rallying around, just because you are there. River State is a PDP state. Since 1999, PDP had always won elections in River State. This time, PDP will win again. We will deliver heavily to Mr. President, and we will deliver the governor of River State too. One example I want to give you, Mommy, is that, and which has never happened. This time, the stakeholders contributed money. We said, unlike what happens in the past, where the aspirant will go pay, this time we contributed money, went and bought form and give to the aspirant, to say that we are moving together. We all have a stake. It is our state. So it is no longer one man's business. It is a business for all of us. So again, on behalf of everybody here and those back home, we want to thank you.
So this was before the 2015 elections, and a lot has happened since then. That video surfaced just to remind Wike that he was nobody politically in River State until Patience Jonathan pulled her weight, okay, to ensure that every other stakeholder in the place, if they wanted the money, they must use Wike, the then Minister of State for Education in Abuja. A lot has happened since then. That's just a flash or a throwback. So I am going to draw the curtains there. And I believe I'm going to, if my screen is up again, I'm going to go do something about that. Okay, don't worry. But for now, I'm going to take a break. And when we get back, I will take calls, which we're going to take from there. Okay, thank you so much. Listen, if you are still here with me, like the broadcast, okay? Just that's your offering. I mean, I will be back in a minute or two. Thank you so much. And that is me back, wherever it is. You know something about the technology, right? So I don't know, my system continues to want to switch between those networks. And somehow it keeps bringing me back to that blurry one, okay? But I've kind of tried to fix that. Hopefully it works better this time. I'm sorry that if it's not picking up right away, but I do have a call on the line. And yeah, Charm, is that you?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mike. Good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
evening.
Yeah, evening from here. Thank you so much for joining. Please.
It's a pleasure. I mean, your program has been such a for me such an enlightenment. I think ever since I started joining your platform and everything, my eyes have opened. I'm seeing things from a different perspective and all of that. So I really want to take this opportunity to thank you. I don't think there'll ever be a time I'm going to call and not say thank you for the work that you do, because it's absolutely amazing. So today's show, today's talk, the first few minutes of the talk showing that kidnap, I think Fulani, it's Fulani.
Talking about kidnappers, as well as the Fulani murderers who killed over 40 farmers and over
40 farmers and
in Plateau.
Yeah. And no outrage, no protests, no nothing once again. Just another day, people being kidnapped, people being murdered, people being displaced from their land and everything. And it's just another day in Nigeria.
Another victim.
And other victims. And like you said, in case everyone starts to rejoice that okay, it's not me, we're all victims waiting to happen at the end of the day if something is not done to arrest the current situation, right? Because I'm not even sure that we can wait for some kind of revolution to happen. This has to be nipped. I can't even say in the bud now. This just needs to be uprooted, because this one is not nipping it in the bud. It has taken root. It is bearing all kinds of evil fruit. So it just needs to be dug up, root, stem, everything, and done away with. Now, the question is who is going to do that work? Because obviously the government of the day is not, that doesn't seem to be priority with regards to what it is that they want to do. And I think when you listen to that Fulani headsman or Fulani bandit talking, it continues to, buttress the point that you keep making, that this is not a nation. And truthfully, it is not a country. A country where somebody can stand, with his full chest and say, oh, Allah this and Allah that and the other, That's something I'm wondering, where do you think you are? Do you know what you're talking about? Do you know the end of it?
It's like me putting a gun on my neck right now and making a video and expecting the security officials in this country, right, not to find me. Like, how is that even possible?
But that's not going to happen. First of all, you're a Yoruba man. They will find you.
Easily.
And they'll find you and they'll make you a scapegoat and label all kinds of things on you, at the end of the day. So we're not, they are the protected people. And that should not be. As long as if we're saying that we're running a country, but we know we're not running a country. No. So I don't want to be labeled because we are not running a country. That's the country. I think the question is, how do we get from the point where we are to where we need to be, which is either the dissolution of that entity entirely, or rewriting it in such a way that everybody buys into the idea of being together as a region or whatever. Do you understand? Then there's nothing with regards to Tinubu's first year. That clip that you played from our rise, you've been saying it. There's nothing that man was reading, even him that was reading all of that nonsense he was reading. He doesn't believe anything that he was reading there to anybody. No. And the people that were clapping, those ones are just stupid. What are you clapping for? You clearly know the situation of the day, that nothing is happening, nothing is coming, and nothing is going anywhere. We're all here, back to square one, getting worse every single day, and you're clapping. That's the problem we have. The other day I was listening to Wike addressing people in Rivers, and I said, it just occurred to me, this is a politics of illiterates for illiterates by illiterates. And I don't say that because I know that some of these people are educated, but with your education, right, you act like an illiterate. You deliver your speeches as if you're talking to illiterates, and maybe you are. But then, what's the point of you being in politics or in governance when you cannot even lift anybody up? At the end of the day, they don't even understand the reason why they're in governance. And I don't even think that they even know. I don't even think that they are there to actually govern anybody, right? And that brings me to this point I was trying to make. I'm always trying to make with regards to not just our region, but as Black people in general, right? I feel like Oyibo people are playing a long game, and they've always played a long game. There's somewhere in my heart I believe that Tinubu has always been a CIA asset. From the minute he was caught in that country and his transition into Nigerian politics, right? There's a reason why because his escapades as a heroin, peddler, drug addict and all of that was maybe unknown to us, but it was known to them, right? And they still let him get away, taking whatever cash he had. So there's someone of me that I feel like this man is a plant and he's a CIA plant and he's being used by others, right, to carry out whatever agenda they have in Nigeria. Now, the North is not their target. The South has always been their target. From historically speaking, it has always been a target of the colonizers.
The South
they
has
never
always
wanted
been the prize.
Yes, exactly.
The one
right?
they always want to grab.
The one that they always want to grab. And in the midst of all of the news that we hear about Nigeria and all the evil that is going on there, you and I know that Nigeria is very high profile. And I say that because a lot of Nigerians are doing well abroad, right? A lot of them are doing well abroad. Yes, there'll be a few ones out there that may not be doing exactly the bad eggs. But by and large, Nigerians are pedal to the metal, balls to the walls. They're working hard, trying to make something out of it. And a lot of them are succeeding.
Right.
You see a lot of Nigerians out there. So I feel like Nigeria, and I'm not saying that the Northerners don't have a fair share, but by and large, a lot of the people who do well are from the southern side of the country.
And that's also a very factual statement to make. Okay? It's factual.
Yeah.
So don't feel sorry about it. It's factual. Now, here is that we may not be able to present right now the exact start, the factual start number, but it's obvious, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. So that high profile that we have, and if we go back historically, and I'm happy that you're going to read that book. That's I think it was even Sekou that told you about that book.
So I'm
actually looking for
that charm. I was going to before I started experiencing that, that streaming blurriness or so, right?
Yeah.
This is a very, very, very detailed book, and look at the right. So we will be reading that very soon. I'm going to be picking on that anytime from now.
I'm not going to miss it. I'm not going to miss it. I'm definitely going to be there every single episode. I don't want to get to two things before so that I can go and other people will carry on from there. Right. So we're very high profile. And I think that what they've always tried to do is to minimize and try to truncate that trajectory, right? I don't think it was a mistake when Tinubu said in one of his speeches, we're going to reduce their purchasing power. I personally don't feel that was a mistake. That was just something that must have been given to him, and maybe he didn't know he wasn't supposed to say it out loud, and then he said it out loud, but we have it on record. It was something he was meant to do. So all of the things that they're doing right now is to kind of like reduce the profile, especially of the southern part of Nigeria. That's what I feel, honestly, right? And when you talk about people leaving the country and investments not coming in, I like that particular clip that you played, because other countries in Nigeria have the same problem that we have in terms of infrastructure and all of that, but they're still able to attract investment. What's the difference? Why? Because we have a leader you cannot trust. And who made it so? I still feel it was still something that they did to ensure that somebody like Tinubu is in power, and that will always be an excuse as to the reason why Nigeria is not attracting investment. And I also think it is intentional, because that country, Nigeria, has seen a lot of events, coups, what they call it. We saw June 12th, the way it went down and everything. We all lived through all of that, and yet companies did not stop coming to Nigeria to invest. Countries did not pack up and leave. But all of a sudden, this man has entered into power. Companies are leaving, shutting down, going, and nobody's coming. So I find all of that, all of those chess pieces and all of those
you have presented all of the cards tonight, and I bet you a lot of people have picked from all the perspective angles and the theories you are trying to develop and the pieces you presented. You've given a lot of people some job tonight. I'm going to say one or two things on that, on what you've said tonight, just to clear some for you while you watch. Okay.
Okay.
Jam.
Then finally, so that I can go.
Okay.
Yes, and this happened yesterday.
Right.
Right? As long as one true emperor holds a spanner, right, it's going to limit my, what they call it, my participation in the show. And I don't say that lightly because he picked on someone yesterday, and I said to him, what you're doing is not right. He's entitled to his opinion, right? You saying to him that he has to explain his opinion, otherwise be blocked, right? Is dictatorial. And then he goes ahead and actually blocks me and says to me that if I come for him, he will come for me. And I was going to write to him, well, if you do that, you're making the point that I'm making. It can't be about you. The platform is not named for you, right? People are entitled to have an opinion, share that opinion, as long as they're dissenting without causing dissension, right? The spanner is for you to eliminate dissension within the platform. But when you start to use it, when you start to wield it and threaten people, and Mayego, he actually did block me because all of those messages subsequently didn't go through. So I'm going to say, and this is part of why we have a problem in Nigeria. Apart from Director's Court and a couple of other people, no one spoke up and everyone carried on and was, having a banter with him. And that is part of the problem we have. Where there's injustice, nobody speaks up. You just carry on. It doesn't help. It doesn't.
So sorry,
No, you don't have to apologize because you're not aware.
But I said I was simply because it's not because of I'm not apologizing, right? Simply because you feel bad. I'm apologizing because you see, there is something that we call fairness. In a way, I continue to say that we do not have to agree. I say that in a minute, okay? People have come on here to say, well, I disagree with you. What I preach here is that we should do so in a very respectable manner, that will not provoke other people to now respond in like manner, whereby the entire place is going to be turned into, the usual destructive platform. But anyway, Charm, I apologize again, okay? I will take care of that.
That's okay, Mayego, but I just saw that I needed to bring it to your attention because I understand, people have the spanners there. African Wahala, Director Scott, all of them have the spanner there. But only one true emperor actually behaves like a dictator on there, and I don't think it's fair. Just for him to think that if I wasn't going to speak up, I will speak up because it's my voice and he cannot truncate it.
And you are Charm, so that should be something that, a lot of us shouldn't just push aside, okay? Because efforts on this platform comes from everyone. And I kind of believe everyone is just trying to kind of find a common ground. So we don't want anything that's going to keep us in the way divided, all right? But we'll take care of that, Charm, all right? Have you been able to kind of
Thank you,
or you've still been removed?
Well, he said 24 hours. I mean, the 24 hours is up, but the way I engage on the chat, I engage with Ada Zion. If she has an issue, I'll speak with her. I speak to people. I haven't really had a reason to engage with anybody at the moment, and I see him going off on there, being insulting as well and using foul language, but that's fine. I don't know him personally, so he can do whatever he wants, that's fine. But like you said, this is a platform that where we're supposed to be fighting this same thing.
Yeah,
and this
we're
is
supposed to be different from what we are all opposing, and it would not be a good thing for us to become what we are condemning. So I get you.
Exactly.
I do. So sorry again, okay? You have a good one.
That's
now,
okay,
I have I have one or two things to say in this regard, okay? I understand that it can be a little bit very, very annoying, especially when we have audience where people could easily just drop a destructive comment, okay? And then we want to get them out. Sometimes they do get to us. And if you are dealing with people on this kind of platform, you need to have develop a very, very thick skin. Me too, I do lose it sometimes. And some of you will be wondering, why is my ego so angry because of one single comment? It does happen. Because in the heat of the moment, okay, sometimes what you say could trigger others to be like, So the point I'm trying to make here is this. I have had people come here to troll me. I have had people come here to insult my viewers. And they cause distraction for me. To reduce that distraction, where I would have to deal with people who kind of come around to troll me or, like that. So I decided to get all of you who are so active in the comment section, right, to moderate. Your moderation is to ensure that anyone who either comes to attack you, the Templars, call you names, get rid of them. Anybody who comes here to come and defend APC, Egbekegbe, right? They do not have any rights on my platform. I am not democratic to that level. Anybody that's identifying with APC, Egbekegbe, if they say hello, block them. Okay? If they say good evening, everybody, and you know that they say good evening, everybody, I am APC and I am here watching Mayegun, block them. I don't want to see. They don't have any right here. The only people, the other people that you don't give any chance to say anything here are those who come here to say we are just wasting our time, or we are just like somebody who kind of downplay what we do here. Get rid of them without asking questions. And most of those who actually come directly for Mayegun, I won't see the comments. Some of you will see them. Get rid of them, because a lot of people who watches this platform, they are the people that some of us can't even imagine they have such time to sit down and watch Mayegun. And I don't want some recalcitrant mofos to be present on my platform, spreading their usual online hate, attack and abuse or something like that. And I kind of hold that very, very strongly. The African Wahala, Princess, Director Scott, and my one and only one true emperor. Yeah. So you will need to develop thick skins, okay? Not all of those actions. Sometimes you take your actions without even explaining. You have the spanners. You can act. I kind of appreciate that some of you do give warnings to them. Stop saying that, stop this or that before you act, okay? Don't tell people why you want to do what you want to do. All right? Just get rid of them. Less hassle, less problems. Or do not get rid of people because you disagree with them in the comments. That is abuse of power. I'm serious. The reason why I have to say it this way is because I understand what trolls does. And I'm not going to use one sort of misjudgment, okay, to now kind of make it look like I am a nice person. I'm not a nice person too, Charm. I am not a nice person. When it comes to those I know are very, very good in planting doubts in every group they can find. So if people get removed and all of that stuff, this particular one, maybe should never have happened. Charm. Okay, I can give you a spanner too. So nobody should remove Charm. Charm, don't challenge my spanner orders, okay, that way. I appreciate the fact that you've taken your stand and you've stood your ground. Some of these guys who are watching this broadcast are not nice people too. A lot of them probably wanted us to stop. And if those who are holding their spanners feel somehow like this person doesn't belong here, I believe their judgment. Do you understand that? But again, nobody should remove somebody because they disagree with them. That is abuse of power. Okay? So one true emperor, take it easy and develop thick skins. Okay? You self should be busy. You're reading all the comments, are you? I have a caller that I've kept there for so long, and he is Prince Jejeman. The Prince.
Yes, Baba.
How are you?
I'm fine. Oh, my good general. I want to know my.
Yes, sir. How's it going, Baba?
Respect, Baba.
Thank you so much for your patience, though.
Yeah, it's for good. It's for good. So also we appreciate that.
I don't want my people to be fighting us that way, right? And I don't want anybody to really challenge my spanner orders. I have held it, and I know what actually pushed me to say I will give the spanner to the people who have the chance so I can concentrate. And it's been working. How many days, I mean, how many times have you seen me now kind of say, hey, I just read the comments now. I don't do that anymore because I've got guys who handle that for us. So one judgment won't make them bad. They've done a great job. So, but please, Prince Jejeman.
Yes, so Baba, one true emperor we hail, understand the low matter.
I know.
Understand the low matter. Sham. So, yeah.
I know.
You be our sham in the house as well.
I know.
So Baba, I want to use this opportunity to thank you once more, and also to announce to the Temple of Truth, our 30th May coming. I'm inviting every Templar to be there. It's for all Biafrans and all lovers of freedom. Both to do wow, wow.
If you love freedom and you are against, you are against systemic oppression, indeed, you are invited. And that's going to start from the Parliament building, or where, Prince?
Yes, from the Parliament.
From the Parliament building in London. I think I have the poster. You know. But anyway, go on, Prince Jejeman.
And we are privileged to be having Mayegu General, the only one of Mayegu, the only Mayegu gonna be there.
Thank you.
So you are all welcome. We're gonna see there one-on-one.
That's right.
So secondly, Baba, I want to talk about also I want to bring to their notice that the song Parasite is out now by Prince Jejeman, Prince Jejeman. Parasite is out now on all social media, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube is there.
That's
Please,
right. Would you mind me just to kind of share that with our people? I'm pulling up on that already anyway, but you continue, Prince Jejeman, continue.
Sure, Baba. So please, I want you, it's a song of liberty, it's a song of freedom, it's a song that exposes all the ills that is going on in Nigeria against our people. The Ruga parasite agenda against Nigerian people. This song exposed everything. It's a song that you must listen to. It's full of messages. Please go there and help me to subscribe, share, like, and also comment, please. I will appreciate that. It's for our own progress, just as what my
it should be our tune. People should be, like we are going home. The Biafran won. Biafra is going home. Remember? So that actually became a tune for some of us for some time,
Exactly.
So these two can be and it can grow on us. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a channel on YouTube. It is Prince Jejeman's channel. And you can look it up. I'm going to go copy the link. But Prince, you kind of, present your own position on what you want to say tonight, okay? I'll deal with the others.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bless you.
So, in line with that parasite of my song, I want to talk about the parasite in Aso Rock. They dish out 90 billion naira. 90 billion. That is about 26 to 27 million dollars. These are the money that they gave to people that they said they are going to go and pray at Mecca.
To pray for Nigeria.
Yeah. In any sane country, the state do not have anything to do with religion. In any country, not to talk of a country like Nigeria, that is the poverty capital of the world. Okay, so for them to, and Mayegu showed us today that the only budget they have for education is 5 point something billion, right?
For student loan.
for student loan, and for religion that is a personal thing, just like this cow business of Ruga of Fulanis. The government want to be sponsoring their private business, you know, just like the same thing. A business, I mean, a religion that is a personal thing, they will now add. In fact, we know by so doing, you can understand that 90 billion they come, maybe they spend only 1 billion, 89 billion is in their pocket, but Nigerians are dying of hunger. You know, that's why I'm calling them parasites. The parasite has nothing to offer, only sucking your blood, only sucking blood until the host gives up. That's what parasite does. Okay, so our people should wake up. Nigeria have no government. You calling Tinubu to come and solve your problem. The Tinubu that is creating the problem, you are calling him to come and solve your problem. You don't have a government, unfortunately. So our people should have that at the back of their mind.
Thank you.
That's why we are acting of seeking for Biafra. Self-determination is never a crime.
No.
And we are going for it because Nigeria cannot offer us anything or anybody anything. I want the Ruga agenda people to know that they cannot deceive Nigeria like 1967. That they are going to fight war in the name for the benefit of Nigerian people. Everybody is suffering in hunger now. Everybody is dying in hunger. People cannot even afford medicine. They cannot afford food. So you cannot deceive them because the parasite Nigeria have that want to take up people's land, take their resources in their land and kill them at the same time is the Fulani herdsmen terrorists that have monopolized Nigerian military. All they want is to be at the command section. Customs command section, police command section, then in economy they position Dangote command section, monopolize everything. So our people should know the danger. Until you have your own nation, you are going nowhere. This deliberation every day, let's move forward. Let's make Nigeria work. You are killing yourself. You are going nowhere with it.
No.
My final point is about my leader, Nnamdi Kanu. I'm so happy to see him on high spirit yesterday. In fact, the way he educated the Fulani quota system judge, they've been Tanyatu. You understand? That one has bastardized judiciary in Nigeria. The international community, everybody have interest in the Kanu matter and Biafra matter now, in case they don't know. As I'm very happy that Nnamdi Kanu educated her because she doesn't know the law. She came in through quota system. She can continue collaborating there. We are with them in that court, an outside court. And now, there is obvious to them that they cannot try Nnamdi Kanu after committing terrorism by going to kidnap him. And there have been, Fulani has been serial kidnapper. They kidnap Omar Diko. They kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. International, disgracing Nigeria from the beginning of what they call the amalgamation. My good general, let me stop here so other people can come.
God bless you. Thank you so much, everyone. You can listen to Parasite. Go on to Prince Jejeman. Just search for Prince Jejeman or Jejeman the music right there on YouTube. And you can also go stream this, download it. Parasite.
Thank you.
Prince Jejeman, you know they give, oh. Only take yo. You be parasite, you be parasite. Omo, you be parasite, oh. You be parasite. Unity. Singing parasite every day. Parasite begging for unity. Because they cannot live alone. Why yo? Unity. ruga ruga. Egba mi yo, egba mi yo. I know marry again, no. No be by force. I love you, I love you. No be by force. Let us collabo. No be by force. Jankara unity. Wayo. Yahoo. Wayo. Yahoo. Yeah. One Nigeria. We begging for unity. One Nigeria. Najaboda unity.
Anyway, that's a snippet from Prince Jejeman's Parasite. It is described as, that bacteria, I mean, I wait to call it that thing when we say no feel live alone. Parasites can't live alone. They have to rely and live off their host. The link to Prince Jejeman's YouTube. I didn't know that Prince Jejeman is actually yet to clock 1,000 subscribers. I mean, come on, we can do that for him, can't we? So we could possibly take up the Prince to 1,000 subscribers tonight, just in the next few minutes to the end of this broadcast. Can we do that? I've dropped the link in the comments, right? And all you have to do is just search for Parasite by Prince Jejeman, and then you can go watch it. You see that link I dropped in the comment? That one is for Prince Jejeman's YouTube channel. And you can see the Parasite video there, the full one. I have a caller. Hello there.
Hello there. Baba Balagba.
Martinelli, how are you tonight?
I think okay, Baba.
And I don't go cause problem inside the church. You won't go cause problem inside the temple. This always say when they work out with a spanner, take on last spanner, everybody lorry. I take it easy.
I take it easy.
Martinelli.
Lady Cham. Thank you very much, Papa. Thank you.
How are you this evening?
Lady Cham. I did okay.
Grand.
I did okay. Thank you very, very much
Baba.
For everything you do as always. We appreciate you. We love you. And we admire you for everything you do, for all the effort and all the work that you do in trying to enlighten and open the mind of our people to the shithole called Nigeria. Another day, another banger, another day, that disaster. We are back here.
We are all, you know what I said then, Martinelli, that we are all victims waiting to happen.
It go touch everybody.
A lot of people don't know.
Baba, gbogbo wa la ma ṣe kíni?
Gbogbo wa la ma jẹ breakfast.
No. Gbogbo wa la ma jẹ breakfast. Àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni.
You don't pass. Last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
Last, so Martinelli.
Everybody we're gonna chop it. So if you think maybe because it never happened to you that you are okay, because you are driving G-Wagon, it never touch you. It go touch everybody. Okay? So when you people are ready to break up the shithole, you know the number to call.
We can chat.
And then we talk. So, but if you like, continue, they dear. They want to use 500 and much to buy meter.
And electricity meters.
Continue. They want to use how many billion? 90 billion to subsidize Hajj. Continue. Just continue. All of you now sit down there. Now, if you do anything, now they wait for Sky Daddy, make it come to your rescue. Continue. I don't have anything to say. My own is just continue. Prince Jejeman, your banger is amazing. We are going to download it. Yes. And we are going to play it. Very, very amazing song. And Lady Cham, you go nowhere. We love you and we appreciate all your contributions.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much.
Tinelli, God
Baba.
bless you.
One true Pero. Calm down.
May calm down, okay? But it shouldn't stop. You know, when you see all those big dots, get rid of them, because that's what I would do. I mean,
that was what actually happened yesterday.
You know,
that was what actually happened yesterday. There was a big got online, and
right,
one thing led to another, and so. But it's all good anyway. Let everybody just let
them express themselves enough. As long as they are not targeting you or targeting us or calling us as a community, like usually you guys are just wasting your time. Get out of here, all of that. There are those who kind of come here to abuse me personally. Those ones, they expose themselves easily. Get rid of them. Or that people are saying something like they disagree with me, for example. No, I don't agree with that. No, all these things you are saying, it's all right. Let them disagree. Don't leave them. It's all right.
Exactly.
So Martinelli. I know.
Thank you very, very much, Marigo. We appreciate you,
Baba. Thanks so much for stopping by.
All right. Please, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button. Hit the button.
Yes,
hit the like button.
That's it, Martinelli. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost coming to, we've got like half an hour to go though. And I want to say thank you to all of you. We just followed that link I shared, and you've taken Prince Jejeman's subscription from 860 something to over 900. Let's get it to 1,000. It's possible. All you have to do is just click that link. Once you click it, right, it takes you to this YouTube. Okay? I know it may actually take you out of here for a second. I mean, come on. Okay? And take it to 1,000 so that our prince can possibly monetize, okay, and be able to do more of these, revolutionary songs. And then we're going to get used to them. Yeah, we need experts, we need professionals, we need, we also need artists, creative artists who can, create songs that inspires the soul, okay, to reject what is wrong and stand so firm with all that is right. I'm bringing the real video of Prince Jejeman to you before the end of this broadcast. The real one, not the demo I showed you earlier. But I have my brother here, Pulapenga. Hello. Pulapenga. Brother, how are you this evening or this morning in UAE, I believe?
Good evening, my good general. It's evening here.
Is it?
Like early morning. Early morning, yeah. This is 1:39.
Good. How are you tonight, Baba?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you, your family, your wife, and your kids?
Well, I'm still here. Thanks so much for being part of this, though. Yeah, we're good. You might need to go to another room if you really want to.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm here. Thank you. It's my kids. Yeah, just this time.
No, it's late as well, and
Sorry for that.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Go on, please.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my good. Firstly, I want to still appreciate you for your good work. I will always appreciate you. I want to call in, but too much people are calling, so the line is jamming.
Yeah, it's quite busy tonight.
So, yeah, not only tonight, even your previous programs. I always want to call to contribute.
Right.
Firstly, I want to say, firstly, the picture on the screen, sometimes it is not that bright, but you shouldn't be worried too much about it, because even here we are, sometimes our Wi-Fi will just drop one bar, but later it will come back. We are used to that, So what I want to contribute tonight is the man that you played, who was invited by Araizo, the man that was putting on white. Yeah. I wish he allowed the video to play longer than it was played on this program. There was a place the man was asking Rufai on that program. He was telling Rufai that thiefnubu said that the people should buckle up and have some patience. There was a sacrifice with him, But this man was asking Rufai, how can you say that 650,000 is too much for minimum wage with the high cost of living? Because me, I'm very concerned about today. Tomorrow can take care of itself.
You know?
Because if we keep planning about tomorrow, what about if everybody is dead? Yeah. Like Peter Obi is always concerned about today. You know? So the man was asking Rufai, he said, why did thiefnubu didn't slash their salary so that the people, the masses will know that sacrificing with them. But instead, he went and increased their salary to almost over 300%. The part of Senate, Nigeria Senate was earning, I think, 29 million, but right now they're earning over 50-something million naira.
That's right.
And yet, thiefnubu was telling the people to sacrifice, but they are not ready to sacrifice. Just the masses to sacrifice. Meanwhile, they are buying cars, buying yash, buying all sorts of things. You know, even padding budgets, they padded over 3.7 trillion in the last budget. You know, so that was what I wanted to contribute. The man made a point. He was telling Rufai that the chairman should not take less than that 630,000. That is okay because of the cost of living in the country. And these people, they are increasing their salaries. They don't care. Even the poorest states in Nigeria, they also increase the salary of their senators. Yeah. So they are not making any sacrifice. But thiefnubu keep on telling us to make sacrifice, to make sacrifice, to make sacrifice. You know? But they don't even care about the masses. People are dying every day.
It is a game of do as I say, not as I do. You understand that? That's
yes. You know, we have mobile phone, we have internet to contribute, but people don't have internet. They don't have even mobile to contribute. In Nigeria till today, they are suffering. They are dying. And my last point is that I believe that with the way things are going in Nigeria, insecurity, it is possible that one day we will be on your program here live discussing about the kidnapping of thiefnubu. It's possible.
Okay, that will be the height of it.
Yeah, it's possible.
The only kidnapping that thiefnubu will suffer is when he is arrested for all his crime and is already overthrown.
Yeah.
I will believe that it's the only, what is it called? The only type of kidnapping that thiefnubu is going to, or else, you see those people they are paying to protect him, even if they are paying them 50,000, 100,000, they will still do it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Brother, thank you so
much.
My good
I will not forget to thank you and the great people of this platform, Temple of Truth, for your concern for my family, my kids.
Yes.
We are very grateful. We are very, very grateful. We are very grateful. Thank you so much, my God.
Because you know, I didn't want to stop this. That we could be here till maybe for a very long time if we are waiting for the crowdfunding to buy us. You know, we are talking about tickets that could cost us up to like 3,000 pounds sterling to get the family down, right?
Yeah.
Now that's something somebody can 1, 2, 3 people could come together and say, okay, I'll buy 1, I'll buy 2. You know what I mean? But if we are waiting for let everybody drop their 20 pounds, 10 pounds, we could do it to, for example, see. We are over 1,500 on this platform, right? So imagine if all of us just said to give 2 pounds, but we know all of us can't give that 2 pounds. That's how crowdfunding works. But our people, I mean, my people here, they have the timing and all that. So I'm just waiting for the month end to see if I could have people to really convince to say, buy us the ticket. Don't give us money. Because I still have your 200 pounds with me right now, though, okay? And I will take every other donation that comes in as well. But the reason why I'm not promoting or pushing for money donation is because that could take us forever. You know?
Yes.
But yeah, we'll keep reminding our people. So thank you. And keep staying safe though. All right. And we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Good one.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So that's Sepola Penga, ladies and gentlemen. And since we are still in between this, so that right, I want to share with you the full clip of Prince Jejeman's new release, Parasites. Maybe you should listen to the whole thing, not just snippets now, and tell me what you think. I will continue the calls after this. Just a moment.
Prince, you know they give, oh. Give. Only take it, oh. You be parasite, you be parasite. Omo, you be parasite, oh. You be parasite. Unity. Singing parasite every day. Parasite begging for unity. Because they cannot live alone. Why unity, yeah. Parasite, uga ruga. Ekba mi yo. I know marry again, no. No be by force. I love you. No be by force. Let us collabo. No be by force. Shankara unity. Why Yahoo, why Yahoo, yeah. One Nigeria, we begging for unity. One Nigeria, Najaboda unity. Why Parasite, why yo? Parasite, why yo? I do you don't see one Togo, no. I do you don't hear one Ghana, no. Have you heard the word America? No. Only one Nigeria, why yo? Unity. Parasite, uga ruga, no. I know marry again, no. I love you. Let us collabo. Shankara unity, why Yahoo, why Yahoo, yeah. One Nigeria, we begging for unity. One Nigeria, Najaboda unity. Why now would they survive? Now wow. Mysterio mix.
70 years old man. He thought you. Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Woman thought you. 70 years old man. He thought you.
Right. The Prince Jejeman. Thank you again to all of you who have taken, your time to go out there and then give Prince Jeje Man's YouTube channel a nudge, a forward. So now we are now at 924. Well, that's like having over, that's like having about 60 of us who have now went to go and join Prince Jeje Man's channel. Please do, if you haven't already, okay? Or if you are seeing this video later, same thing. Please, give him a push. We said we should give push to all of the individuals and the group of platforms. And their platforms, okay, where the messages of redemption, of liberation like this are preached. And then your music choice should also be the music of revolution, the music of redemption. And I'm talking about, the political redemption, the one that you are politically conscious about what is going on around you. So important. It is. Right. We have just about 15 minutes to go tonight. Have you liked this broadcast? Don't tell me you haven't. Come on. All you have to do is just like the broadcast. If you haven't, that's your offering. And then to everyone who is reaching out, supporting my platform as well, there is a link in the description of this video. It is a GoFundMe link. You can use that. I got 75 pounds from two amazing individuals yesterday. It's classy. Then I got another 100 pounds from another individual because I want to believe that some people don't really want to be mentioned, okay? I just want you to know that every penny given as a support counts. Here is another caller. Hello there.
Yeah, good evening, Mayegun.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good. This is Adeza from Edinburgh.
From Edinburgh. Adeza, my brother.
Yeah.
It's good to hear from you again tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Bless you, Baba.
Hopefully, I want to appreciate you for the good job you are doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to appreciate all our viewers
as well
for their contributions and encouragement. Yeah, firstly, one thing that keep amazing me is that what Nigerians supposed to frown at, they just pay nonchalant attitude to it. Maybe because it did not affect them directly, but indirectly it's affecting them. Just as the saying goes that one injustice to a particular person is injustice to all.
To all.
Yeah. Okay. Like this issue of Plateau State that has become a recurring decimal. When it happened about 5 months ago, I did say that I have lived in that particular part of the state for good 9 years. One thing I keep telling them when I was there was that if this thing continues to happen and there is no civil breaking down of law, these people will not stop. No. We expected when that will happen massively in that December, that people should put to the street, let there be total breakdown of law and order. They can't kill everybody. 5 months interval, another one has happened. This is how it continues because these people, the only language they understand is violence. Understand? If you don't confront them with violence, they will not stop. And that is the problem we're having with Nigeria. We easily overlook certain things and move forward. So until we come to a point that will tell these people that enough is enough, there are just few people that are threatening the whole country. Until we say enough is enough, these people, they will continue to do this. Secondly, the issue of the 90 billion for Haji and the rest of them. This is
5 billion for education loan.
Priorities are not make priorities. To me, I saw any state or federal government that sponsor religious activity is a crime against the state. Because if everybody's not Christian, everybody's not Muslim. Understand?
That's right.
And how many people are even benefiting from this? These people that have been sent to the religious institution, they came and unleashed fraud on Nigerians. There have never been a change of character among these people that have been going. Some go every year. Government continue to sponsor them every year. And in religious parties, we need to understand that if you are able to afford it, not government sponsoring it. These are more than supposed to be there to build roads.
Yeah, Adeza, do you know that even it is against the Islamic call or something like that, right? For you to be sponsored to go to Mecca. You were supposed to be able to afford it. What he said in that pillar of Islam is, he says you must be able to afford it. He said, you go to Mecca if you can afford it. But Nigeria is, man, go on, Baba.
Okay. Like the issue of Wiki, it's good to begin to abuse those who have all grown him to become a terrorist in that state. Like the video you show where the wife of Jonathan, where he was planning for this, they were trying to ensure they use all the political power and the money they have to ensure that he climbed to that seat.
Yeah.
It is good.
Did you see how the lead there? See how the lead looked there?
If I see the picture, I think if you see the picture himself, you will cry. All the none of
Internet,
them,
no, they forget
they grew him to become what he is today. Because they know him very well. But people will not still learn from. Tomorrow they will still do that. All that he has been doing has been failing. So I want to say that Nigeria should really wake up at this time. Like what happened in Abuja too. We expected that Abuja, that shall be total breaking down of law and order. The other time it happened, 2 families were seriously affected. The Abuja people they kept quiet. Now again, it happened to some aspect of Abuja. This is how it will continue until the people say enough is enough. This will continue. And I discovered that Nigeria is not resilient. We are not persistent in trying to get results when we start a course. And that's what have affected labor and its agency. When they start something, they will not achieve results, they will stop, they will not achieve. And that's why labor has become useless in Nigeria, because they're supposed to be the voice of the masses. I expected by now that Ajero should be relieved of that appointment. He doesn't want it. He doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have the power.
Like the entire union has lost its mojo. It's no longer there anymore.
So that's just my contribution, my brother.
Adeza, thank you so much again, okay? My regards to our people in Edinburgh. So all of you in Scotland, you should be buying your tickets, going to London on the 30th of May. Yeah, that is the Biafran Remembrance Day. They call it Heroes Day. See, it is actually the date set aside to remember those killed and those who died during the 3 years Nigeria genocidal war. Them to that. You don't even have to be a Biafran to join them. You know that? You don't have to be a Biafran to join. If you have been one of those who have stood up and said, oh, this shouldn't have happened, you need to take a stand. You need to join and they march with them until there is actually a true restitution. Nigeria will pay restitution to the Igbos. That's something that we have been leaving out of our charts. Every time we talk about what is the solution to Nigeria problem. And I'm going to continue to remind all of you now. I'm not going to leave this behind anymore. Every one of you from every part of Nigeria, even though we are all victims of the marginalized Nigeria, but Nigeria killed over 5 million Igbos. And they said no winner, no vanquish. That's not right. That is why Nigeria will still do it again. And that is why anybody in charge of the government in Nigeria could sanction the killings of any tribe, any ethnic nationality, could even start a war with any of us. Don't tell me it's not possible. It's been done before. Any other person can do it again, because there was never the reprimanding for those who did it then. They were rewarded. None of them became, ministers, presidents, ambassadors, and all of that, pretending that nothing happened. So there is something called restitution. And there is also something that, I can't remember that one now, but it is restitution in my own book. the Biafrans who make a demand, apart from Nigeria apologizing to the Biafrans officially, and at the same time making an edict that is going to say this will never happen again, ever. Okay? And then you see those who participated in that, whether they are dead or alive, they should indeed be sanctioned for what they did. And then the Biafrans and the survivors of that genocide, they can then make a presentation for a restitutions to be paid to the Biafrans, especially if you are Igbo in Nigeria, with what happened. Where all of you are asking for justice here now, Abi. So Nigeria has to pay, if not hundreds of billions of dollars in this regard, to the survivors of that genocide, their descendants, and then an epitaph, the epitaph that is going to be contained the names of every Igbo that died during that genocidal war. Then you can begin to talk about reconciliation. But you know that is a far one from what these guys have in mind, because they are still killing the Igbos. But not this time around, it's not just the Igbos they are killing, because there's no war they will say. It is a jihad on the rest of us. So yeah, if you believe that something was done that was so wrong, starting from 1947, when the program of killing the Igbos started, where over 300,000 Igbos were slaughtered in a space of 10 years before they finally actually did the official one. 12 years after, where over 5 million were starved or killed in a needless, egoistic war. So yeah, if you believe that an injustice actually happened, you don't have to be an Igbo to remember the Heroes' Day with them. And you shouldn't feel offended that they have a day set aside. Nigeria want them to forget, but they won't. So if you're in Scotland, you will see me there that day. I am going to be in London. I'm going to fly to London, and then I'm going to leave London that same day. So you can team up with us and let us hold hands and say, those who they killed over 50 years ago, they still haven't received any justice, but millions have been killed after them. We still will never get justice too. And if you understand what an injustice means to one and to all, you're going to mark your calendar and book that your tickets on your way to London. I'll stop there. And I'm going to see all of you some other time. My time is up. And I enjoy every bit of the chat tonight. And to all of you who have done so well in liking this broadcast, trust me, you've done greatly too. And then everybody fighting themselves in the comment section. All of you should chill. Drink some chilled Zobo tonight. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, just take it easy and stay safe. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun dayari dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari. lẹ́nu o. Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wá. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń Gwanripa. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Ha! Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.